understand that when we are traveling on a road, it's equally important when we are going in a car. We just don't need just the road. We also need the lights. So Praveen sir would be guiding us like that, who would be shedding light on whatever thoughts we would be bringing on here. So
Initiatives that you have taken up is to launch a new website. I mean, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Can you talk about what that adds in the lives of students, the website, and how you're planning to run it in the future?
Valuable insights that you can also current affairs about what is happening with companies, what is happening with stocks and stuff like that. You get to know, you get to learn a lot from little posts like these. So that is something to take away from for the students. So there is that.
Good evening. Welcome to DoMS Nalsar. DoMS, the Department of Management Studies at Nalsar University, has various academic cells and clubs. It's these very cells and clubs that make Nalsar a level 5 leadership college with students who have professional will and personal humility. Today at our podcast, we will be exploring this side of college which exists outside the classrooms. Our guests for this evening are the Finance Club inFINity with its president Rajith and secretary Vaishnavi. The Finance Club has been active year-round on campus, bringing many guest sessions, competitions, and lectures, making finance accessible to most of the students on campus. Thank you so much, Rajith, for gracing us with your presence here,
Thank
and
you.
Vaishnavi.
Thank you so much for having us over.
So, our first question for this evening is, what are some of the activities that the Finance Club takes part in? Are there any significant ones you'd like to talk about?
All right. So we've had a lot of events that we've done, starting with Careers in Finance. It was hosted by Dr. Savita Sukumar, and then we had Krishna Foundation. It was an NGO, and then it spoke about investor education. And then later on, we recently had ACCA. It was held by a session on ACCA. It was held by Dr. Rajendra Kumar. So, and we also have a lot of fun events that are lined up for further. So, yeah, these are the events.
Yeah, I would like to add something to her. So basically, Finance Club wants students to have financial knowledge. So we were mainly focusing on the financial inclusion, and we want students to have different options. Like they have to have this knowledge on different careers available in finance. So we are bringing in more of that kind of sessions. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, but one of the major initiatives that you have taken up is to launch a new website. I mean, congratulations on
Thank
that.
you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Can you talk about what that adds in the lives of students, the website, and how you're planning to run it in the future?
Okay, so I would say that this web page would be a game changer for the DOM students. So I want this web page to be one stop for all the finance students who want to explore the things practically. Students learn everything theoretically in the classrooms. So when it comes to a club, we have that responsibility to keep everything in a practical way. So through it, be it through simulations or workshops or through any investment simulations kind of. So we are planning more on those kind of things which would be represented through our web page. Yeah.
Also, it was really a momentous moment for us because, we always wanted to launch a website and then have students engage and participate in it. So we plan on having these blog posts and keep the website alive and running. That's how we're thinking of, maintaining the website so far and hope it would do good. Touch wood.
I mean, from the little that we can hear in the past couple of minutes, we know how much work it takes to run a club.
Yeah.
And I feel like without a good faculty advisor, it would be very difficult to take up so many of these responsibilities simultaneously. How has your faculty advisor guided you?
Yeah, that's so true, Sanjana. So we understand that when we are traveling on a road, it's equally important when we are going in a car. We just don't need just the road. We also need the lights. So Praveen sir would be guiding us like that, who would be shedding light on whatever thoughts we would be bringing on here. So
True. Also, irrespective of what the timing it be, whether it may or irrespective of if he's in class or not, he genuinely takes his time out to solve our queries and all of that. So he's always been there for us to thick and
Like a
thin.
key.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So yes, we're really happy that he's there with us, and at any given point, he's just we have his back. So like he's always there for us. So yes, that.
Now, Rajit, you were talking about how to make finance accessible in the lives of students. And finance, we have this perception that it's a very daunting subject. It feels, difficult. You don't feel like stepping foot into it if you don't have like a background in the
True.
subject. So, what are some of the initiatives that you have taken as a club to, make people, like even laymen, make finance accessible to them?
See, the basic approach is when we are. I would like to tell an example for this. You see, when we are solving a case study, it's important that we break down the case study into smaller components, right?
Yes.
So when we break that case study, how we are approaching it would be different. In the same way, when we are solving something which is related to finance, we also have to understand that we should break that down into simpler components. So when we are more engaging with finance, that makes us more comfortable dealing with finance. So in that way, we are trying to bring in the practical ways of how to deal with the financial cases or financial the problems that we face or encounter in day-to-day lives through our club. So most of the events were lined up, so we can't really reveal everything.
Keeping
Yeah.
the mystery
So
alive, I'm sure.
yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
people who
there's
watch this podcast
yeah.
should look
Yes,
forward
Yeah,
to
so
truly.
there
it.
is so
And
many
all
flagship events that are yet to come that we don't
True.
really want to disclose about, but it sure would be fun.
Yes.
Also, Infinity's online presence is something that I really want to talk about because we have our LinkedIn's and Instagrams up to date. So, like, we update them every Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So, little valuable insights that you can also current affairs about what is happening with companies, what is happening with stocks, and stuff like that. You get to know, you get to learn a lot from little posts like these. So, that is something to take away from for the students. So, there is that.
Literally making it into bite-sized pieces,
True,
like
exactly.
Rajith
So
wanted.
yeah, online presence is something that we really, really, care upon. So we try make it as wide as and as vivid as possible for the students, also keeping the aesthetics game on point.
Yes.
So that is something we, try to focus on more.
What looks good always makes it
Exactly,
more.
exactly, I know, right?
Now, Rajith, coming to you.
Yes.
You're the president of the finance
Yeah.
club, and more importantly, you've had a long journey. Pretty much your entire MBA time has been a part of the finance club. What was your vision for the club when you entered it? And also, were there any obstacles that you faced when you tried to make this vision come alive? Any insights you gained?
Okay, so my vision for the club is to educate people on finance. So that's too difficult. When it comes to finance, as you have earlier said, that it's tough for people to understand finance.
Yes.
So to make it understand easily, it requires a lot of efforts. So I was bringing in a lot of things. So basically, I'm creating a platform which will make it easy for the people who are leading the club next year, for making it easier to understand for the people who don't understand finance easily. So I'm working on that still. So my vision is in long term, so you can see all the happenings only in the future. And when it comes to the second question you were asking about the challenges which I was facing as a president, being as a leader, it's obvious that sometimes it's a lonely journey.
Yes.
Yeah. So the problems or the resources which we had are the only companions. So dealing with them is somewhat
And
difficult.
sometimes when you have to make the difficult decisions, not everybody likes it.
Yes, true. So here comes in another point. So I would like to say some example for this. When we are living in a family of four people have difference of opinions, right? So when we are dealing in a team of 8 or 9 people, and this goes to the whole campus where a lot of 300 to 400 students will be watching us, then it's tough to stick to one point and deliver it to the true potential. So really it's tough, but I have been through this, and I'm learning a lot of things over here.
Yes.
Also, Rajat, as a president, I can vouch for is something that I've already learned a lot from him, and there's more that I have to learn from him. So yeah, so there's that one thing.
Last but not the least, Vaishnavi, you're a relatively new member into the finance
Indeed.
family on the campus.
Yep.
What made you join this club?
Okay, initially to begin up, I've always been a finance enthusiast, and ever since I put a step here into Nalsar, I've always wanted this to be a part of this one club, and that was the finance club, and it being inFINity, obviously. And then when I got selected, I was genuinely super happy. But then all the fun and all the tags and all that you put aside, there's a lot of responsibilities and duties that you have to like come up with. So like I eventually feel like I already am into this mini corporate world before I even enter the corporate world. So like, but again, end of the day, you're really happy because you get to learn something, new experiences and new learnings every day. So like I'm really happy that I take away this back to my dorm room whenever I go back. So that is something that I learn and take away. So I'm really happy for all these experiences.
Yeah, and also we are really fortunate to have Vaishnavi in our inFINity family, and not just her. It's a team effort. We all 9 members. Who the Ritvik, who is vice president, the Shalini, who is the assistant vice president, the Vaishnavi, who is the secretary, Sania, who is the assistant secretary, and also the Prachi, who is the joint secretary. So apart from them, we also have students
IPM
from
students,
IPMs,
yeah.
who is the senior coordinator, Ishika, and also Akhil from
The IPM
IPM
second
second year
year.
as the
Yeah.
junior coordinator, and also the
Niyati.
Niyati from first year. Everybody of us
All of us
were,
actually work together. We
yes.
have meetings together and stuff like that. So it's really fun, and we actually share a lot of information in how to go about further events and stuff like that. So yes, it is really nice. It really feels like a finance family altogether.
And there's a lot more coming from Finance Club. Stay tuned.
Yes, please,
Yes.
please, please stay
I'm
tuned.
sure we can
guys.
look forward to so many things. Thank you so much, Rajith
Yes,
and
please.
Vaishnavi.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much for
having
asking.
us over.
Yeah.
And please stay tuned. All of you guys, please do follow inFINity's online presence. It's on LinkedIn and Instagram. Please do follow up.
And we can see how hard they've been working.
Yeah.
Thank you once again.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you so much for having over.